All right, welcome back. As I told you, this unit is a unit that's going to be tested this week. I've decided to make it easier. Here's what we're doing. The test will be in Canvas. The test will give you multiple opportunities for small chunks of knowledge. You can keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. It'll only take your best score for the small chunks of knowledge. Today, you'll be tested on the first chunk of knowledge. It's on midsegments. It's the one you learned 2 days ago. Oh, excuse me. We did do it yesterday. Yes, part of it. So please listen as I go through this. Then we'll pull out the Chromebooks. You'll have about 15 minutes to take the 3-question quiz. And if you have questions after you've taken an attempt, I'd be happy to help you. So here we go. A midsegment. First of all, what is it? Sort of. If I take a midpoint of a side, and then I take a midpoint of another side in a triangle, and then I connect them, that is a midsegment. Okay? So, is that a midsegment? We don't know that these are specifically midpoints, do we? What about this one? Is that a midsegment? No, because this says 2, this says 3. That tells you these are actually different lengths. So this is the first skill, is can you look at a picture and determine whether or not that's a particular midsegment? Any questions on this first skill? Okay, Harris, did you have a question on that?
So if you took a midpoint of the midsegment, that'd be the middle of the triangle.
Well, this whole unit is about middles of the triangles, and we talked about 4 different ones, and the one you just described is not any one of those 4. So I would have to think about whether it's a different, interesting middle. Okay, second piece. In the event that I have a midsegment, something is true about its length. If I know that this is, for instance, 10 inches long, what do you know? Good. AC will be 20. It'll be exactly twice as much. And on the other hand, if I were given, for instance, this is 200, could you find DE? It's 100, right? That's the second skill. Any questions on that? Third skill. When I have a midsegment, what's the relationship in terms of its slope to this line? They're parallel. Therefore, if I call this angle 1, this angle 2, and this angle 3, and I say something like angle 1 is equal to 50 degrees, what's the measure of angle 3? How would you know that? Because they're corresponding angles. And if parallel lines cut by a transversal form corresponding angles like 1 and 3, then yeah, it'll be exactly the same, 50 degrees. What if, on the other hand, I were to say, yeah, but what's the measure of angle 2? 130. You'd say 1 and 2 are same side interiors. Lines are parallel. Therefore, this would be 180 minus 50 is 130. Any questions on the third part? Now, the last question in the quiz will ask you to do the exact same skills, this and this, but with algebra. So for example, let's say that I know that the measure of angle 1 is equal to x plus 10. And I know that the measure of angle 2 is equal to 3x minus 4. How would I solve for x?
X plus 10 plus x, 3x minus 4 equals 180.
Good. You'd recognize that 1 and 2 form that same side interior pair. So the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 should equal 180. So I can plug these in. And then I can solve. Combine like terms, subtract. 90 times 4 would be 360. So it would be 16 is 40, and then 14. So it would be 43.5, I think.
We get calculators?
We do.
That's
Yeah, 43.5. Okay. Any questions on this type? What if instead of giving you this 100 and this 200, I told you that this was x plus 10 and this was 3x minus 4?
2 times x plus 10.
2 times the little one will equal the big one. And then we can multiply and subtract and add. We get x. Easy peasy. Let's give it a try. Please get your Chromebooks. I'll open them up for you now. But you get a calculator too if you don't already have one.
There's.